Hello, it is around 8:30 on this dreary December 17th, 2019, and it was another soaker today. We got more rain, and I put this graphic up to show you because I don't think the Weather Service has released the rainfall amounts yet, but you can see here JFK got 1.29 inches. I calculated this myself looking at the observations. And Islip 1.06 inches of rain. So, yeah, over an inch of rain again across our area once again. Not a surprise. Looking at the radar right now, it's starting to break up. The rain is starting to move off to the east. I'll look at the other radar in a minute. I'm just using the AccuWeather radar. And if you look here, you will see here unusual late season tornado outbreak across the country. So we're going to just talk about this for a minute before I get started, even though it's not local. Uh, this is what happened in the south. So there's a video here, but I don't want to play that, and I don't want to play the ads either. I just want to show you where the tornadoes happened. You can see right here in the south there were multiple tornado touchdowns, 70 tornado warnings on Monday, and there were 33 tornado reports. Very unusual to see at this time of the year. Here's a video of one of them. Just maybe show it to you. There it is. So you can see unfortunately, three people died so far from this. So this is what we deal with climate change. So let's take a look at the current conditions. I mean, this is just very unusual. It's not normal, but no one is connecting the dots, as usual. So it's a cold day out there too. It's only been in the mid 30s, so it's almost as cold as you can get with regular rain. But there was some ice around this morning. But north of the city, in Connecticut, they got some icing, and we have to talk about that. Right now, you can see, and there's actually no warm air in sight. You have to go way offshore to this buoy to have 49 degrees. So we're going to go to those. We'll take a look at the radar here, and then we're going to go. You can see here's the radar. Still some showers, so the rain isn't done accumulating yet. We'll probably still get maybe a little bit more, but hopefully it'll be done soon. So here are the latest snow and ice reports from the Weather Service. And snowfall, they got about an inch in Connecticut. Not too much of the snow. The ice was a concern. Even Suffolk County, it looked like they picked up a half an inch, so it was a little snow before, at least on the North Shore. But this is the icing here, and they got 0.39 at Bridgeport Airport, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's enough ice to cause problems, make the road slippery, and bring down trees and power lines. We're going to have to look at the power outage situation. We had a little icing on Long Island, too. 0.05 in Merrick, and at Islip Airport recorded 0.19. They don't have any rainfall totals here. Speaking of power outages, let's go and look at the power outage situation right now and see how many power outages we have here in our area. So it looks like New York has 4,000 power outages. Let's see which most counties are affected by this. Westchester, yeah, I'm not surprised. Westchester, Dutchess County, this is where some icing. Not widespread power outages, but enough. And then New Jersey also was affected. New Jersey's actually in the top three. And Maryland, too, believe it or not, has some, too. Let's go to New Jersey here. They have 7,000 outages, probably mostly JCP&L. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, some of them are JCP&L, most of them, and then so you have about 5,535. Again, that's due to the ice weighing down the power lines and tree branches and causing some scattered power outages. Fortunately, nothing widespread. Again, with the rain, though, the rain is something that let's look at their Twitter here. If they have any rainfall, they do not have any rainfall reports. Okay, so let's go and look at the climate and see now this climate report I think comes out. So we'll first look at Islip's daily climate report for today. So they do have for December 17th. This was taken around 4:54 p.m. So they only measured 0.81 for the day, but so they didn't break the record for the day. But month to date 6.70, and the record amount of precipitation. Let's see if they got the record value for precipitation here. And let's see it here. All right, let's see 6.70, and where's the record? Where's the record amount of precipitation for the month at Islip? Oh, that's right. I got to look at the monthly update for that. But we're up to 6.70. So we're way above normal on the rainfall. So we're at 6.70 at islip. And if we go to the monthly weather summary and we look at islip for, all right, so we're at 6.70. Keep that in mind. We'll look at last December's for the whole month. Let's see, 8.91. So we have 6.7. We just got to get a couple more inches of rain. We might break that record. However, I'm thinking JFK might be more in jeopardy. So JFK, the JFK airport, the record maximum for December. Are we looking at December? No, we're looking at November. Whoops. We need December. The record is 7.04. That's the record precipitation for December in at JFK. So 7.04. Let me just make sure it was islip because, yeah, it just changed. All right. So 7.04. This is the one that might fall. So hold on a second. Let me go to JFK, go to the daily climate report today and see. So 7.04. So JFK is at, this is yesterday's. All right. We don't have for the day. So we don't have for the day. So let's see. I can figure it out myself. Let's see. Okay. So we got around 1.3 inches. So since December 1st, 5.15. So if they got 1.3 inches, it's 6.15, 6.45. And then the record is, they're not very far away at all. They're not very far away at all. So they maybe have a little, maybe a 3/10 of an inch. I meant 3/4 of an inch to go. And if they can get 3/4 of an inch of precipitation at JFK, they could break the record. So that is definitely something. Now I'll double check on islip's record again for the month here. A minute. I'll double check, make sure I did it right. Let's see. So the record for islip, all-time record for December, yeah, 8.91 inches. So still a little bit of a ways to go to break that record for islip. JFK is in jeopardy because JFK needs under an inch to break the all-time record. And so that's something we need to consider there. We may be setting records this month. If they're all the misery we've had, we need something to show for it. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? All right. I'm just curious to see if it ever got warm in New Jersey today, where the cold air kind of stayed for the 37 at, let's see, Atlantic City. So, yeah, it did bump up. They did get into the warm air a little bit. Not as much as we thought, as some of the models thought would be, but definitely there's going to be some records out there. Let's look at the Wonder Ground map here and showing you the temperatures, but I want to go over to the precipitation, see the rainfall amounts across the island here. And this is just for the day here. Again, this doesn't factor in last night, but yeah, we have some rainfall amounts, 1.5 inches in Brooklyn, 1.17 inches in Lower Manhattan. So very wet December. Then there's a 2.8. This one may not be accurate. A 2.84 in Huntington Station. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, these records are very interesting. Very, very interesting for sure. And you know, I think we're going to break the record this month for. I'll be surprised if we don't. Maybe not at all stations, but JFK may. And I'm curious about Bridgeport too. Let me look at Bridgeport as well. And we're going to actually go and look at Bridgeport too. Bridgeport's observation as well for Connecticut and climate. So we're going to go back over here and look at the climate, because I'm really curious about that. See if the Bridgeport one. All right, so daily climate report. When did they take theirs? At 4:54. Okay, so they only got 0.53 inches of rain. Month to date, 5.86 at Bridgeport. So that's Bridgeport. Now we go to the monthly. It would be nice if they put that in the records, or keeps there. I mean, I don't want. I know we got to go to over the cold that's coming. So let's see. 5 is still a ways away from that record. Okay, I think JFK is in danger of breaking that record, but we'll have to see. Depends. If we get it another soaker, all it's going to take is one more soaker or 2 more soakers, and that'll put us over the edge for you know, wettest ever. Okay, so let's go to the models here and let's take a look at what's going to be coming our way. We got some cold weather coming our way. All right, so first we'll go over the general pattern here, and let me put this in. So you see this low moving away. We have this high building in. We'll have sunshine tomorrow, and then an Arctic front's going to come through in the afternoon. I'll get into that in a minute. And then this high built in for Thursday, bringing us some really frigid air. Sticks around. Storm's track is suppressed to the south. Very strong high. Keeps us clear. Suppresses that storm off to the south Tuesday, Wednesday. And then here comes another storm for Saturday, December 28th. And look at that. That might be the one that could put us over the edge. If this storm can materialize, it's going to be another soaker. So another soaker, and this will be before New Year's Day. So let's see how much. Let's and then behind it gets cold, so we have to see what happens there. We get some more cold weather in the picture here. All right, looking at the general temperature trend. Let's do this temperature anomaly. Okay, so here we are looking at the temperature anomaly. So you'll see that this plunge coming in here, it's a really bitter cold plunge that we're going to be getting here for Thursday, and then we moderate a little bit toward the weekend next week, kind of mild, maybe a little bit mild. We got mild air, again, probably warm, again, very warm ahead of that, December 29th. And then cold air comes in with a vengeance on the 30th, and then kind of pulls away. Tuesday, we get a little bit warm up, and then another plunge. This one may go a little more to the north of us. So this is well into January now, all right? So it's a ways away. So again, that's January 2nd, 2020. We'll look at the upper air pattern now. So let's go to the upper air pattern. You can see that trough over the area. Okay, so let's back this up. So again, we see that trough coming down, brings us that really cold air. Then we see a moderation, kind of a ridge. You see that suppressed storm system to the south there. And then we see that warm up ahead of the next trough that comes in. And then again, that'll be the heart of that trough. That's a really deep trough. It's going to come through around Monday, Tuesday, and it lifts up, and then another piece. This one a little further to the north. Okay, so that gives you an idea of the pattern, at least on the GFS. Let's see how the GFS and the euro. So we'll compare this with the euro now. Okay, so here comes that trough. Agreement on that. Pulls out though, and we see that. Let's see if this also suppresses that to the south. Yes, there's an agreement on that. So it seems to be an agreement on those two models right there. So let's go back to GFS, go back to our region, and look at the temperatures and show you what's going to be happening with our temperatures, because they will be coming down, way down. So even though it's cold now, it's going to be, tomorrow will be in the mid-30s, but you can see here's the Arctic front going to come through, and then in the evening we drop into the mid-teens. And Thursday, we're not getting out of the 20s. So it's going to be a really cold day, and then Friday starts to lift out a little bit. Well, we still have the cold air in place. We're still going to struggle to reach freezing. And then Saturday we start seeing it warm up a little bit more into the mid-30s. And then we get a little closer to average as we get into next week. And it looks like right now you can see there's a little warm air to the south, but that kind of stays to the south. Another cold front comes through. Christmas looks seasonable. Highs in the upper 30s, low 40s. Thursday, still seasonable. Maybe get that warm up again. This would be that rainstorm that we might see. This would be the rainstorm that we would get a week from this weekend, the final weekend of 2019. We may get a soaker, and it might get quite warm with the soaker. And this would put us over the edge here with the rain probably. Then that cold plunge comes through, and then the next day we're struggling to reach 20. So this is, again, the GFS here. And Tuesday it lifts up, moderates a little bit. Another shot comes in Wednesday, struggling to reach. And then Thursday we're dealing with temperatures struggling to reach 20. Obviously, this is extreme long range, but I figured I'd give you a look at that, at least on the models, to show you that we're going to have some more volatility. But no snow, no white Christmas, unfortunately. The only chance for to see a little flakes, we'll go over to the NAM right now. The only chance to see a little flakes would be, all right, this is the 0Z. The only chance is going to be tomorrow afternoon with that snow shower that might come through. So here's the precipitation moving away, and you can see there's a little chance of a snow shower over our area, very little bit, and then it's just more or less dry after that with the Arctic front. Let me go to the 3 kilometers so you can really get an idea here. And it goes back to the 0, 0. Here we go. Okay, so here comes that little chance of a snow shower right in the around. I would say best chance is probably going to be between 5 and 8 o'clock for a brief burst of snow with the Arctic front, and then the Arctic front comes through. So let's go and look at the skies, because the good news is we're going to be having some clear skies. Actually, we'll first start with the NAM, and then we're already looking at the NAM already. We'll look at the NAM. So you see, start off sunny tomorrow. The clouds kind of move in toward later in the afternoon with ahead of that Arctic front. The Arctic front comes through Thursday. We have a nice clear day across our area, and that will continue into Friday as well. We'll go to GFS now, show you we're going to finally get some clear weather, which definitely is. This weather is so depressing because it's been so cloudy, and you don't feel like going to the Pine Barrens when it's cloudy, and it messes your body up because it's so dark out. Your body thinks it's nighttime when it's day, and you feel sleepy all day. So you can see, fortunately, we have sun tomorrow before the clouds roll in. Thursday, sunshine all day, but very cold, frigid, only in the mid-20s. Friday, still clear, all right, and then the clouds roll in. And then maybe Sunday we might see another clear day. And maybe Monday we might even see another clear day. So we'll have to see what happens with that. It looks like we might have a lot of clear weather to make up for all the crappy weather we've been putting up with. Tuesday, you can see here more clouds roll into the picture. Wednesday, it's going to be cloudy after that. We're going to be dealing with a lot of clouds, probably not until that Arctic front moves through. We'll be with the next batch of cold air, which would be the 30th, around the 30th. As we wrap up maybe a frigid New Year's Eve, and then clear it out on Wednesday. And then we have to see what happens here, obviously. This is way in advance, so I'm not even going to speculate this far. This is January 2nd, 2020, so I'm not even going to speculate what the weather's going to be that day. But it's way too far in advance. But no, we will not have a white Christmas. What I will look at is a total accumulated precipitation and see when that next storm comes in, that soaker storm, that gives us between 1 and 2 inches. So that could put us over the edge and break the record for December. So I really do think we have a shot at record wettest December for sure. But anyway, as far as we dry out for a little bit. No, it's going to be cold, and I'm glad because we could use some nice sunshine, even if it's cold. That's what you need. You need that cold, dry air from Canada come and push all this moisture to the south, and that's what we're going to be getting. So enjoy it if you like it. I love it. So I love the cold weather, and I'm glad it's coming back, and we get the sun because it's just been misery over here with the clouds and the rain. Anyway, that does conclude this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.